Hey, church family, and greetings from Utah. I'm so thankful to have such a solid community back home. So far, things are going really well. I'm living at the Blue House, which is the home of KUTR AM 820, which is the Christian radio station. I'm in there right now. It broadcasts sermons around all of Utah to hopefully bring people to Christ. It's an awesome radio station and has definitely been saving people. Um, it's also the home of UPFC, which is Utah Partners for Christ, and they bring out short-term individuals and teams, so please come to Utah. I'm an intern for a ministry called The Peak, and the goal is to plant a CMA church in North Ogden. And in that target area, there are 3 churches with about 150 active church members. And if you include the people that travel down to the southern part of Ogden, which is where I live, it's probably maybe max 250 Christians in that area. And in the same area, there are 80 wards. And so the need for Christian presence here is great. I live down here in the southern part of Ogden, and there are more churches down here. My main focus is going to be on Weber State University's campus, which is right across the street. They have Christian ministries and an LDS institute, and so I'll be working with both. InterVarsity is their Christian club, and they have small groups, which I'm plugged into, and also a large group, which the main focus is this semester especially is being sent to people and doing outreach events on Weber's campus. So it's an exciting time to be there. There's also a girl in university that I met up with who is a fairly recent convert to Christianity from LDS, and she would like to start a support group for people leaving LDS, because most people that leave LDS react against religion as a whole and have never understood having a relationship with God. So that'd be an awesome opportunity to show them who Christ really is. I've had trouble getting into the wards so far because they do everything by your address, so it's hard to find information on when and where wards meet, because you're supposed to just sign up LDS and give them your address and have that be that, but they don't really like people coming from the Blue House. So it's been a little bit difficult, but I finally was able to get some events, and so I will be going to Sunday meetings, which is like 3 hours of church pretty much. Family home evenings on Monday nights, which is like a college group. Wednesday devotionals, which is sort of like chapel. Thursday lunch, a weekly Book of Mormon class, which I'll be going to tonight, and less regular Friday night events and Sunday night services. So please pray for those. It's a lot of opportunities to meet people and build relationships with LDS peers of mine, but it'll also be really difficult. When I went to the Book of Mormon class, it was really, really tough. It's such a dark and oppressive religion, and being fed lies in such a concentrated environment is really difficult. I'm also working with UPFC. I'm planning short-term teams and individuals coming out here, and I'm also their guide. So right now we have a short-term guy named Charlie from New York City, and he's really excited to be out here. We'll be doing, it'll be a busy few days, because when short-termers come out, we try and get them involved in every ministry possible and try to help them really get a taste for what's going on here and serve, and hopefully get as many opportunities to be a light for the short time they're here. In LDS children, so elementary school, middle school, high school, and even college students go to something called Seminary, and it's basically like getting the doctrines of the church. And in most parts of the country, in California at least, the people that I knew that were Mormon would go before school to the institute. They would take classes and then they would go to school. But in Utah, because the Mormon presence is so strong, they actually let students leave in the middle of the day to go to the institute, take classes for credit, and then they go back for their other classes. And so how that works, the separation of church and state, is that I think they make that available for anyone. It's like a religion class, and it's not put on by the school, but when a township gets a property, when they want to build a school, they buy the property and then they split it and sell part of it to the Mormon church so that they can build an institute there. So with every school, there's always an institute attached, and it's not. The reason it's technically separation of church and state is because there's freedom of religion, but because LDS has such a monopoly, it's really not. And so at the school that Joe's kids go to, some parents wanted to start a Christian institute there so that the Christian students can go and hear about Christ in the middle of the day. And so Joe is hoping that I can get involved with that. They need people to teach, and so I've been trying to get in contact with the lady in charge of that, but we've had a little bit of back and forth, a little bit of trouble connecting. But yeah, pray for that. I'd be involved in teaching elementary students, and it'll be the only Christian institute in Utah. We're hoping to start a prayer ministry with the InterVarsity group in Weber State, and have a prayer ministry here at the Blue House. We're hoping to start an Alpha course, which is an opportunity for people to come and get their questions answered about God in a non-threatening environment. Which ADI is Adventure Discipleship Intensive. It's the group that I came out here to work with, but so far it hasn't really been able to start up. The goal of it is to bring missions-minded Christians out here to Utah to take classes and learn about God and learn about Mormonism and learn and work as a team to do pretty much what I've been doing. So if you're interested, please let me know and come out here. I'm also hoping to connect with a woman who rescues people out of polygamous homes who want to, and Russ has been encouraging me to get in contact with her. I haven't been able to yet, but hopefully I'll be able to invest in her ministry a little bit. And I've also been doing clerical work for Joe, because they're missionaries, but they're not overseas missionaries, so they don't get anything from the Great Commission Fund, and so everything's by support letter, so I've been helping them out with that. Thank you. God has really been answering prayers so far. The things that I asked people for, especially, was an excitement for the ministry, not being too lonely, not being, not getting, I don't know, depressed or something or anything like that, and doing okay with the cold, and all of those things have been great. God has really been providing a lot. So please pray for the various ministries we're trying to get started up. Please pray for an opportunity to get involved in the LDS wards and build relationships there. Pray for Joe's health. He gets episodes, and which is pretty much all the time. His peripheral vision is gone. It's kind of like wavy and weird. His part of his body goes numb. He gets twitches, and he can't think very clearly. It's really difficult for him to get small tasks done because he's having a lot of trouble. So it's difficult for the doctors to figure out what's going on. They're not really sure, but pray for clarity for them, for clarity for him, and the symptoms will go away, and ultimately healing. And please also pray for the people in the LDS Church. It is difficult. It's really tough. I've been able to get involved with the house church, which I'm excited about, and so I've been able to hear from Christians and be involved with them. But it's a dark world, and the church and Utah they see as their land, and it's powerful, and so. Being LDS is oppressive and difficult, so please pray for the people that are there. I really do love you guys and appreciate your encouragement, and contact me and let me know how you guys are doing. Thank you for showing up today and for being part of my life, and I pray that in this missions month, God will give you some clarity about your call. Thanks.